some shots. So JW's pinned in now. I'm not even sure he realizes it. He doesn't. 35 seconds. All of a sudden, this does become expensive one and a little scary too.
I think the fact that HS has an AWP means that he is just going to bow out of this round. Go for it, but the bomb is in such a claustrophobic angle with 2 players left alive. Yeah, he wants to save. So this round's done 12-9. But at least they did get damage, as you say. That is going to be costly. I suppose the problem for OPTIC is there's just vast amounts of money in the hands of FNATIC.
Lecro is so rich. It's unreal. 11,000 for him. That's going to balloon up as well. Almost 15,000 for him. So yeah, there's a lot of money on this FNATIC side. 6 straight now. OPTIC running out of time to find the answer. AWP is going to be in Mixwell's hands. 4 AKs around that. And it needs to begin right here.
Everyone pulling their weight on FNATIC as well. You just look at those kills. 17 down to 13. Nobody having a weak game. Molly up onto the boxes plus a HE, but no one's going to be home for OPTIC in the meanwhile. Mixwell, point blank range, takes out Golden. But Alu is going to fall by the wayside too. So a stalemate in the early trades.
Just when OPTIC has something to cheer for, JW evens things out, takes it away from him. Flusha playing around the edge of the smoke, and Lecro. There's Flusha. He gets aggressive. And Lecro, they've got to hit the gas pedal right, but they haven't. He's happy about it.
That's why the kill from Flusha in mid was so important, because it opened up mid. He can then wrap around Catwalk, knowing that he was completely free and available to do so. And Flusha ultimately got the kills in the site when Lecro was feeling pressure.
And another tactical pause from OPTIC. As it's just, you can see it in the way this half is going. They just don't have an answer. They don't have any flow. They don't exactly know what they need to do to adjust. Frustration starting to seep in on Magisk. He's had a good series, but now facing elimination. It's Flusha leading the way at 20 and 14. HS on OPTIC is 21 and 16.
I mean, there is an element of deja vu for me from Train, which started off, I think it was 8 or 9-0 before Ops, and that ultimately is what cost them in the end, because they started to make a mini comeback, but there was just such a huge deficit to come back from. OPTIC have looked very one-dimensional, pretty shallow in terms of their T rounds, but Mixwell is going to come through with a glass cannon up with AK-47s, stacking 4 players together, and Alu in a position where he could wrap around an underpass if they need him to through connector.
This is good. They've simplified things. It's more of a centralized tactic. 4 players together, even if it's just a simple execute towards the A bomb site. You're not having anyone picked off on one of the extremities. You're at least winning or losing this as a team by trading or failing to trade. Flashbang blinds Golden. He disappears into the smoke. Magisk is there to punish it. Here's Crims with the up, holding an angle. He's taken down as well. The first real opportunity and opening for OPTIC.
Certainly the case. You can see what Golden was going for, but the 4th player at the back is what really hurt him. Lecro with 1. It's going to make it a little bit harder to push on the site with, but HS is now taking down a player. Ali's going to take down Lecro in mid-air. Now JW has his shot and now backs away, but HS is laid in wait, and OPTIC, first round comes up, and it's actually a really solid one.
Yeah. And boy, do they need that. It was 7 straight for FNATIC. And the crazy thing is, with how dominant this half has been for FNATIC, I mean, OPTIC's still within striking distance. One reset, one time that they deplete the economy of FNATIC, and they're right back into it. And it's not as far off as you might think. Flush at Golden Crims, all below $1,000, all well below 1,000 built up. So a win here might just do it.
Ooh, that nade is going to chunk Freiburg, however. Down to 57, he will fall. Taking some more mid-control, but they still have players in both Palace and Ramp. Mixwell with his AWP trained, waiting for someone to maybe budge an inch through the smoke. Connector control is pretty important as well. HS is waiting for that smoke to clear. They're going to try and make some plays. He needs to be careful though, because Flusha is watching from Catwalk, but he's been forced out of position from some more nades. And there's the trade going the way of Alu. Crims goes down first. Is being pre-fired but holds on for a kill, but he's about to see action as HS burns him to a crisp. Golden will give up A control, and with it, OPTIC Gaming looking good to pick up another one.
Yeah, this is phenomenal. They found a working recipe in Lecro now. He's over at this A bomb site, but he might just want to try and fight his way out. JW hasn't progressed on Catwalk, and there he's out in the open. He somehow flicks up to Freiberg, but it's a 1-on-3. And OPTIC have done it. They've won 2 in a row. They're going to shatter this economy of FNATIC, and JW is going to save the AWP, so they'll have a decision to make if they want to invest around it. This time, OPTIC, or these past 2 rounds, prioritizing the A bomb site, this time getting HS in a connector.
HS, a player that has been criticised quite a lot, but you can't really fault him for this performance. He has been astounding.
Listen, he was impressive with Penta and his kind of rise, and I think OPTIC has taken that gamble of investing early in him before he quite hits that star level, but everyone sees the skill, everyone sees the potential, if not the performances that would back up that kind of accolades. But still, he's having a really, really nice game here in this game 3.
Now, as you called, with so many buns, FNATIC have very little to play with, just an AWP.
Miss smoke and window could be punished by set up, but it's not going to happen. JW is actually at connector. He's going to be smoked off by 2. And going to be aggressive through these smokes. He's going to go right into it.
Flirtatious with connector for a few moments, deciding that as it smoked, doesn't want to give himself away. He is a huge linchpin for OPTIC on this T side. The AWP now for JW, starting to make a move through CT side. And going back into window potentially.
Flank. 4M4s, there's no kits on this FNATIC side. They need to have strong defenses at each one into the bomb site. They cannot afford to have any kind of a crazy retake scenario. Mid-control again, and now FNATIC's fallen into the trap that OPTIC was in which they just never really challenged for mid a whole lot. HS has been able to have a lot of freedom. And look at all the smokes that are down in mid. I think there was 5, and one just dissipated. It's actually 6 or 7 smokes on the map all at one time. Molotov's right now towards this B bomb site. It's a split towards B, and Crims is holding up Catwalk. That's a big, important half of the attack, and Crims has pretty much stopped it.
Yeah, Freiberg looking to ascertain some information for the rest of his team. Just going to be holding on the other side of the smoke. There's a small gap, and he's actually whipped out the spray. Finally corrects himself. Crims goes down, and that is certainly a big piece of the puzzle that's now been put in place for OPTIC if they do want to hit the B site.
And Alu is just waiting. He's being aggressive at the moment. Mixwell is in mid. He's peering up towards the A bomb site with an AWP. He's hoping to pick off one of the rotators. Alu just needs to give these defenders at A, these FNATIC players, some reason to rotate, some reason to open themselves up to Mixwell. And here comes the hit.
Flash is going to be successful in terms of landing on the bench play, but Flasher spraying down. Mixwell's going to go down as well. Turns his attention into B-Apps, but unable to demolish any more players, and he himself will be decimated. JW on the cross wasn't far off on the AWP. That nade is going to do some chunk onto Magisk. Another post-plant situation in such an important, vital point of this map. JW going to be going in first, looking to relinquish as many players as possible. Ali with 9 health though, he's been spotted, and they're going to peek him one by one, and FNATIC will clutch once again and will claim themselves a 14-12 lead.
Down the stretch, JW, Golden winning that one out, coming up big, these players. Flusher with a great defense on Catwalk. Crims holding off that initial hit when it was going to be fast-paced. FNATIC again just extending that lead. OPTIC just not quite being able to catch up, but the plant's going to help. And again, with 3 kills, still keeping the money low. Not an ideal purchase for FNATIC coming out. Crims is going to have a shotgun. Still a chance, still an opportunity for OPTIC.
Smoke is a success this time, but no one's home for FNATIC anyway. JW is occupying B-apps with the AWP on this occasion. Drop out. You can tell OPTIC got